Enroll your child for the manifested e-learning platform and see their grades grow tremendously. These videos can be downloaded to a laptop for offline viewing or viewed from a smartphone in a course-friendly format.
How are you, learners? Welcome to today's social studies lesson. We will start on a new topic, which is known as democracy and human rights. Democracy and human rights. Learners, welcome to the lesson. The subject is social studies. Today we're going to study democracy and human rights. Democracy and human rights. This is a new topic I want you to write down. Democracy and human rights. Learners, in this new topic, we will define the term democracy, number one. Number two, we will learn about the types of democracy that are practiced. Then, number three, we will study the forms of child abuse. Then lastly, we will learn the ways of protecting children from child abuse or from children abuse. That is what we intend to cover by the end of this topic. So learners, by the end of this topic, you should be able to define the term democracy. You should be able to state types of democracy. You should be able to highlight the forms of child abuse. Then lastly, you should be able to explain ways of protecting children from abuse. Okay, ways of protecting children from abuse. That is what we intend to do in this topic. So learners, welcome to today's lesson. We will start by defining democracy. Democracy. What is democracy? What is democracy? What is democracy? Learners, democracy in government means that the government rules according to the wishes of the people. Democracy in government. Democracy in government. Democracy in government means that the government rules means that the government rules. The government rules according to the wishes of the people. Rules according to the wishes of the people. Learners, democracy in government. That means, learners, democracy can also be practiced in other areas other than the government. We can have democracy in companies, democracy in things like clubs, democracy in societies. You can have democracy in groups like churches and so on. But in our study, learners, we are discussing democracy in government. When you are talking about democracy in government, that means that the government rules according to the wishes of the people and for the benefit of those people and for the benefit of those people and for the benefit of the people. The government is in place to fulfill the wishes of the people, to rule in accordance to the wishes of the people and for the benefit of the people. So learners, in a democracy, okay, the rulers are given the opportunity to rule by the people through what we call elections. I know you are old enough to have observed elections. I know you are not mature to vote, but if you have television, you may have seen politicians campaigning on the in the country. So in a democracy, learners, the rulers are given the opportunity to rule by the people through elections. Okay? The rulers are given the opportunity, I want you to write down, the rulers are given the opportunity. We are talking about rulers. The rulers are given the opportunity to rule, the opportunity to do what? To rule are given the opportunity to rule by the people through elections. For example, in Kenya today, there is a president who is ruling. That president, learners, he was elected. He did not choose himself. No, people voted for him. There were many candidates who presented for themselves for elections. And the candidate who got the most votes was declared the president or the ruler. So a president is an example of a ruler. He is ruling because the people have given him the opportunity to do what? To rule. The same applies to the governors. In Kenya at the moment, we have 47 county governments. During elections, in each county learners, there are 47. In each county, there are people who presented themselves during elections. And there are those who received majority votes, most of the votes. The one who had more votes is the one who's declared the governor. So the governor for each county is ruling because he has been given the opportunity to rule by the people. The people elect the governors. We have another category of people we are calling rulers, say the senators, the member of parliament. Learners, we have the senators. We have the representatives of the National Assembly. They are also ruling, okay, because they were elected. They were chosen by the people. At the county level, we also have members of county assembly. Members of county assembly, whom we normally call MCA. The MCAs, learners, we also elected them. They are ruling because they were elected by the people. So learners, in a democracy, democracy in government means that the government rules according to the wishes of the people and for the benefit of the people. The rulers are given the opportunity to rule by the people through elections. Do you understand? Do you understand, learners? That's what we call democracy. They are given an opportunity to rule. Now, if people are not satisfied with the way the rulers are ruling, learners, in the next general election. The people can decide to remove the rulers from office and elect other people. That is democracy. No one can impose himself or herself on the people. No one. It's the people who decides who is going to rule them, and it's the people who decides how they are going to be ruled, and the rulers must rule. They must rule in accordance to the wishes of the people and for the benefit of the people. Learners, I hope that is clear enough. I can now proceed to state types of democracy. Types of democracy. Types of democracy. Types of democracy. Types of what? Types of democracy. We are going to state the types of democracy. We have defined democracy, so let's now list down the types of democracy. Democracy, learners, in government. Democracy in government can be of various types. Democracy in government can be of various types. Democracy, I want you to write down, democracy in government can be of various types. These types include, learners, these include the types of democracy include, I'm moving on page 2. This is page 1. Page 2 includes A. Democracy in government can be of various types. These include A, direct democracy. Direct democracy. Direct democracy. This direct democracy, learners, is also known as participatory democracy. Participatory democracy is also known as participatory democracy. Participative democracy. Direct or direct democracy. Then B, the second type, is what we call representative democracy. Representative democracy. This representative democracy, learners, is also known as parliamentary. Parliamentary democracy. Parliamentary democracy. There are many forms, there are many types, learners, of democracy in government. We have delegative democracy. We have nominational democracy. But at this level, learners, we are only required to study these two. As you continue in your studies, you will learn more types of democracy, like the delegative democracy, the nominational democracy, and so on. In this class, we are going to limit ourselves to these two, direct democracy. So let's discuss these types of democracy. We start with the direct democracy, which I've said is also known as participatory democracy. Participatory democracy. Learners, direct democracy, I've said, is also known as participatory democracy. In this type of democracy, all individuals or organized groups of people are involved in decision making. All right. Can I take it again? Let me take it again. Learners, I want you to listen. I'm saying under direct democracy, which is also known as participatory democracy, all individuals or organized groups of people are involved in making decisions on various issues that concern them. Okay? In this type of democracy, I want you now to write, in this type of democracy, comma, all right? In this type of democracy, all individuals or what? Or groups. All individuals or groups of people. All right? All individuals or groups of people. Groups of people are done what? Are involved in making decisions on issues that involve them. If it is a group of people, if it is, for example, if it is a club, all the members of that club decide as a group what to do, for example, with their money, or which place they want to visit. That is called direct democracy. So in direct democracy, learners, the people become the owners of the laws they make, and it becomes easy to obey them. They are the ones who make the laws, learners. Okay, so it becomes easier for them to obey the laws. Because one reason why people in society break the laws is because those laws are not made by them. They are made by other people like the government. But in direct democracy, people own the laws because they are the ones who make the laws. And if you are the one who makes the laws, learners, you will not make a law that will be difficult for you to obey. So, in a direct democracy, people are involved in making decisions on issues that involve them, or issues that affect them, or issues that concern them. That's why we are calling it participatory. Participatory. All members do what? Participate. To participate is to take part. They take part in making decisions that concern them. And I've given just an example of a club. If there is a club of, say, 100 members, so the 100 members, learners, they will decide on how they are going to use their money. They may decide to vote. One may say we are going to invest in this project. The other one will say we want to invest in project B. The other one may say we want to invest in project C. So they may come together and vote all of them are involved in making that decision. So the ones who have the most votes as far as the election is concerned, then they carry the day. But at the end of the day, all of them have participated in deciding on how they are going to spend their money. They may decide they want to build an office. Others may want the office to be in Nairobi. Another group of members may want the office to be in Mbale, all right, or in Ukunda. So all the members will sit and decide. They will vote. They may decide to vote so that each one is given an opportunity to make that decision. That is called participatory democracy. All right? In this type of democracy, all individuals or groups of people are involved in making decisions on issues that concern them. On issues that concern them. Concern is better than involve. So learners, let me use the word issues that concern. Issues that concern them. That is direct democracy. Okay? Participatory democracy. Then B, we have representative democracy. Representative democracy. Representative democracy. All right? Representative democracy, we have said, is also known as parliamentary democracy. Parliamentary democracy. Now, this type of democracy, learners, the parliamentary democracy or the representative democracy is an indirect type of democracy. It's not direct, it is indirect. Now, learners, how is it indirect? I know you've understood the direct one, where we said all the members are involved in decision making. Okay, decision making. How about this indirect? The representative is indirect. Learners, individuals under this type of democracy, individuals elect other persons who are known as representatives. Okay, they elect other persons. They are not involved directly. They don't make decisions directly, but they elect other persons, okay, to make decisions on their behalf. So learners, we can put down that statement. We can say it is an indirect type of democracy. It is an indirect type of democracy. Individuals elect other persons. Individuals elect other persons to do what? To do what? To make decisions on their behalf. Individuals elect other persons, or what we call representatives. To make decisions on their behalf. Okay. Learners, to make decisions on their behalf. Under direct, individuals make decisions themselves. They don't have people to make decisions on their behalf. Under indirect, Individuals elect persons whom we call representatives to make decisions on their behalf. So these elected representatives, okay, these representatives, learners, the elected representatives are supposed to make decisions the way the people who elected them would like them to. They are expected to make decisions the way the people who elected them would like them to do. So, learners, the decisions made by these representatives are assumed to represent the wishes of the people who elected them. Learners, the decisions made by the representatives are assumed to represent the wishes of the people, are assumed to represent the wishes of the people who elected them, are assumed to represent the wishes of the people who elected them. Now, learners, apart from making decisions, the representatives also act on behalf of the people. The representatives also act on the behalf of the people. They communicate the needs of the people and represent the people in important meetings. Apart from making decisions on behalf of the people, the representative also act on behalf of the people. Okay, I'm on page 3, learners. Another important point, apart from representing the people, comma, the representatives also, learners, apart from representing the people, I said the representatives act on behalf of the people. Also act on behalf of the people. They also communicate. They communicate the needs of the people. Learners, they communicate the needs of the people. So apart from just representing the people, these representatives also act on behalf of the people. They communicate the needs of the people, all right, and also represent the people in important meetings, all right, and represent the people in important meetings. Important meetings. All right? Apart from representing the people. Learners, they act on behalf of the people. They communicate the needs of the people. And they also represent the people in important meetings. Now, learners here in Kenya, learners, for example, we elect members of parliament to represent us in the National Assembly, where laws that govern our country are made. Because learners, in Kenya we are about 50 million people. Not all of us can fit in parliament chambers, because there are only about 300 seats, or around 400, okay? Assuming you put even stools in the gangways, in the corridors. They can't, the space there cannot accommodate more than 1,000 members. So not all of us can go and make decisions on our behalf in parliament, in the National Assembly. So what do we do here in Kenya? In Kenya, we elect people. We are calling members of parliament. The reason why we elect them is so that they can represent us in the National Assembly, where the laws of the country are made. Not all of us can go there and make laws. That's an example, one example. Okay? Another example is the county assembly. At the county level, there is also a government. There is also an assembly. In that assembly, what we're calling the county assembly, they also make laws at the county level. Not all of us in the county can go and sit in the county assembly to make laws. That's why we elect the members of county assembly, MCA. Okay, we elect the MCAs to go and represent us in the county assembly. They are representatives of the people. We are calling them representatives. They represent the people. And we said apart from representing the people, they act on behalf of the people. They communicate the needs of the people. Members of parliament, they communicate the needs of the people. If they have questions for the constituencies they represent, they take the questions to parliament. Okay? So we elect these leaders by voting for them in the elections. So learners, is that clear? This is the opposite of the representative democracy is opposite of direct democracy, where direct democracy, we said everyone, okay, is involved in making decisions. But in representative, the name also helps us understand, learners, representative. Here representatives are elected. Here all members they take part in making decisions. So that is the difference. Those are two types of democracy. And that will mark the end of our today's lesson, where we have defined democracy in government. Okay? We've said democracy in government means that the government rules according to the wishes of the people and for the benefit of the people. We've given two types of democracy, direct democracy and representative democracy. We have given the meaning of direct democracy and representative democracy. We've said there are other forms of democracy which we'll learn later. At this level, we only cover the two types of democracy, direct democracy and representative democracy. So that will mark the end of our today's lesson. Learners, I want you to go through the video one more time, write notes. Then after you have gone through the video and you have written notes, please close your exercise book, then answer these questions. This is your revision. These are your revision Learn us 3 questions. Question number 1, define the term democracy. Question number 2, mention 2 types of democracy we have learned today. Question number 3, what type of democracy is practiced in Kenya? So please close your book and see if you can answer the question from your memory. Thank you for being attentive. In our next lesson, we are going to learn about forms of child abuse. Forms of child abuse. Hope to see you in the next lesson. Bye-bye and bye-bye.
Thank you for choosing to study with us. For more information, you can call us on 0724 173845.